how to go to the beach with your kids. Now, I know this can sound like a really daunting task, especially if you're outnumbered, but it's really just about having good systems in place. And so I've developed a system that works really well for me over the past couple of years, so that I'm able to take my 3 kids to the beach and have it be an actually enjoyable experience and not super stressful. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you how I do that, all my systems and routines and tips, and I hope you enjoy today's video. So depending on the ages of your children, it's important to keep in mind that packing light is the way to go, because you're probably going to end up carrying the stuff, if not a child as well. And so I usually like to do 1 digging tool and 1 thing that can carry water per child. These sandcastle molds are great because they can be used as buckets for bringing water. They can also be used to dig. They can also be used to make sandcastles. So I like that they're kind of a multi-purpose tool in that way. So I'll bring these 2 and then a shovel for each kid. But I think I only have 2 shovels, and then I'll bring a bucket as well. So we'll have like 3 bucket type things and 2 shovels. We have beach chairs, but I'm not going to bring those because I don't feel like carrying them. So we just bring a large beach blanket and we all sit on that, and that works out fine. I always bring the girls swimmies or puddle jumpers. To me, that's just peace of mind knowing that they're being floated, because, you know, it's just me and I can't necessarily watch all 3 of them at all times, so that way I know that they're safe until I can get to them. So we have those. This bag is bug spray, sunscreen, and then I have our carry onto the beach bag, which is our beach blanket, and then those beach toys that I mentioned. So that's a really lightly packed bag, so it'll be nice and easy to carry even if I have to carry my youngest. And then this floaty thing and the boogie board we found at Goodwill, so we'll test that out and see how it goes. I don't recommend bringing toy boats or anything like that, simply because it'll float away and then the kids will be upset. So sand toys, flotation devices, and we'll see how these ones go. We have a cooler with water and then sandwiches and snacks for on the way home. I'm hoping that they will nap on the way there, since we are leaving around lunchtime and we did eat lunch before we left. I also pack a second bag that will stay in the car and not come with us to the beach, and that is the change of clothes for the kids to wear after we're finished at the beach. So I just have everyone wear their bathing suits for the drive down, and that way we're ready to go when we get there. And then I have in the car bag that change of clothes for when we're finished at the beach, so we can be dry and cozy for the drive home. Pro tip, don't forget your hairbands. So I like to come usually in the morning, but today we're not. But I like to come usually on like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And I try to avoid the weekends because, you know, most people come down for the weekend, and so they'll show up Friday or maybe late Thursday. So usually if I can make it down in the middle of the week, then there's less people, and it's more of like the local moms with their kids, bringing them to the beach, avoiding the crowds. So to recap, I dress the kids in their bathing suits for the ride down. I bring 2 total bags, 1 to leave in the car and 1 for on the beach. I put a full change of clothing for each person in the car bag for the ride home, as well as snacks and lunch, but in this case I packed a cooler because we were going to be having dinner. The beach bag contains our beach blanket, a sandcastle mold per child, a shovel, and my phone, keys, and sunscreen. If you have a baby, you can use a baby carrier to wear the baby to walk to the water, or in my case, since my youngest is 3, I use this bracelet from Amazon that helps me to keep track of her in the parking lot while I'm carrying things, but also gives her the independence to walk alone. The older children can carry their own puddle jumpers, and then I carry the beach bag. In hindsight, while the boogie board did work pretty well and they enjoyed playing with it, the donut floaty was a bad idea. It actually ended up floating away and the kids were pretty upset. So I think that it would be better as a pool toy. If you have a ways to drive, try to plan the trip around nap time. And I like to put on music, especially lullaby type music, if my kids are struggling to nap in the car. And that always seems to help if I just turn up the music and I get to enjoy the ride home and they fall asleep.